Because an average Nigerian will be thinking that where were those reflating the economy, spending more? Realistically, can we spend more when the mainstay of our economy has dropped in the sense of the global outlook, the benchmark, oil benchmark? Can we realistically spend more? It's just like someone who has a salary of 150 Naira and it's dropped to half of that and you still want to spend more. Realistically, and the average man on the street would understand that we are burdening ourselves, isn't it?
No, it depends on what you are trying to get money for. You are right that if we went to the market and said we wanted to borrow because we want to fund our recurrent expenditure, nobody would take us seriously. But if you borrow in order to fund your capital, you are now, what you are doing is you are creating, improving our capacity to generate income. Therefore, with that income, we can grow the economy and pay back. So basically, the key thing about it is that the funds must be used to rebuild our capital. It is that capital that creates the resources, that creates the jobs, that enhances our capacity to repay. And I think that is the key, to do with the budget.
And another very controversial issue here. The benchmark put in that budget presented by the president was at $38 per barrel. But the International Monetary Fund came out a few days ago to say that expectations for next year, based on the global price, oil price, might be as low as $20 per barrel. And in fact, the speculations that it might even be worse than that. It might even go less than $10. I mean, about $10, $15 per barrel. So in this sense, are we not heading for trouble in the sense that $38, and if IMF speculations come true, where are we going to run to in this sense?
Well, first of all, we use $38 based on the best information, expert analysis that we had at the time. I do agree that in the last few days, there's been speculation that it might drop. But one thing about crude oil prices, nobody ever gets it right. They may be right, they may not be right. We also have some experts that say that by mid-2016, the price will pick up. And so the average price, because we're not projecting the price for January 2016 or even February, we're projecting the average price from January to December. And we do have analysis that suggests that by mid-2016, that the prices are soft now and they'll be soft for another few months, but that by mid-2016, they'll begin to pick up. Maybe the analysis is right, maybe it's not. You have to make the best judgment that you can, and this is the judgment that we have made. Now, as I said about crude oil prices, nobody can ever be sure. We intend to have a midterm review anyway, if our projections, and at that time we'll look again at our projections. So it's a normal thing that you do. But at the current situation, based on the analysis that we had, there was enough expert suggestion that from the mid-2016, it will begin to pick up.
So there were consultations?
Extensive.
Oh, either from within or
within
outside?
Nigeria, outside Nigeria, very, very extensive.
Could you tell us some of these
we did the MTEF.
Okay.
We did the MTEF based on $38, and we looked at all the normal people. We look at Bloomberg's and all the various analysts, that we looked at. So, and we came out and we discounted it. They came out with an average of about 40, 42. We discounted it to 38. But, as you said, in the last few days, the market seems to be even softer than anybody expected. So, I don't know what it will be like in the middle of next year. But basically, what we will do is we will have a midterm review and look again. But let me also say something. If the oil price drops, naturally it will affect our budget. I will not deny that. However, it will not affect it as dramatically as in the past, because we are not looking principally for crude oil revenues to fund the budget. As I indicated, we're looking at internally generated revenue from taxes. We're looking at independent revenue, and we also intend to borrow. But there's no doubt that if oil prices drop to $20, we will have to look again doing our midterm review.
All right, very good. Yeah, of course, some of the responses live are coming right on your screen as you see them. Of course, you can join the conversation there. The minister has been giving us insight into what the budget of change, that's what it's called, President Buhari's presentation at a joint sitting of the National Assembly when he presented the 2016 Appropriation Bill to the nation. And of course, you can send your comments there. Of course, at our Twitter handle at CTV Politics and at Sheon Walkie. And of course, send emails to Raws at Politics to the channel's television. When we return, the minister will be talking to us on just how the Buhari administration hopes to fund this budget. He's been talking about that, but more when we return. Join us again.